Okay, here we are. We're rolling again. This is your general, and take one of my daily showers. Something just came to me again. Have you ever heard of the term the Amharetz, or something like that? It refers back to a people in Jesus' time who were looked at as the people of the land, like, oh, you suck. Sort of like me, us, you, the ones that I'm trying to talk to. Yeah, Amharetz. And the religious people back then really looked down on them. They weren't just gutter people, they were people that were in need of help. You know, financially, spiritually. Hold on, let me turn this down. Okay, there we go. So what's the point I'm making? I'm one of those Amharetz. You guys look it up. Look it up. It's real. I'm telling you, it's like there were real legislators, the people that, well, and it was because they didn't fit the model for those times. Probably good people, but just had special issues that the current regime can't see or understand. So, having said that, you know, I just lost my thought. I was going somewhere. I lost my thought. It'll come back to me. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, it just came back to me. So when you're looked at as one of these lesser ones, I think to myself, isn't that who you came back for? The Amharetz, us, you know, that need him, not ones that got him or think they got him, but the ones that are in need of real help. That's us. So, having said that, we should take heart. We should take heart. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I thought I wanted to share that with you because that was, you know, it just hit me. And, you know, when you think of, just like this war that's going on, right? This war, Ukraine and Russia, it is a battle between two states, right? One believes something, Ukraine believes something, and they're willing to fight and sacrifice for it, right? That's war. Same thing with the spiritual war that's going on. This is what I'm saying. And remember the scripture that says, well, there's a physical, there's a spiritual. Well, you better know, you better realize that really, the earth, this place that we're in, the universe, is but a microcosm of a much larger macrocosm of existence and rules and this and that and so what I'm saying, well, there's a physical, there's a spiritual, and there's stuff going on, and there is a war, there's a spiritual war. So my point is, things aren't going to be easy. War, you're fighting for something. You're fighting for your life, man. I'm talking to people who are just like me. Fight. Get up, fight. It's hard. You're gripped with many pervasions, you know, addiction, otherwise, sexual, you know, everything. And it's hard. It's hard for us. So, you're the one that needs to stand up because we are the ones that can get a voice with the one who made us. I lost my thought again, so I thought that was a pretty good landing back in, you know, like when you forget something, it's like, you come down, fall at it. But again, no, seriously, my point is that for those of us that are wrestling with different things, now's the time to stand up. There's a lot of stuff going on out there in the world, and one of them is to keep us blind as to what's really going on. Well, there's a 2 Corinthians 4:18 talks about the visible and the invisible. And the latter part of 18 says, it is not the visible that matters, it is the invisible that is everlasting. Okay, let me put that in perspective. Let me put that in a physical sense then for you. These folks over in CERN They have built this large hadron collider. They are taking invisible particles, smashing them into each other to recreate the conditions that existed before, at the Big Bang. But what they're not telling you, they have stuff that spoke to them. I'm telling you that this is not just hearsay. You can look it up for yourself, sir. Something made our dear dichotomy of science and religion. Our scientists agree with us on some things. Now, follow me on this, okay? They have told us, oh, there's no afterworld, there's no spirits, there's no demons, there's no ghosts, there's no this. Okay? They have held that position. Well, some time ago, when they were doing this experiment in that large hadron collider, something spoke to them or said something in their computers that these brilliant minds, these are some of the top minds that have ever existed in humankind, physically speaking. So they have now decided to believe that there is something. That there's something out there. That's the possibility. They're ready to put a signature. Okay, better say it like this. They're putting a signature on the paranormal activity now. It's it's something. Y'all right, it is something out there. And because they can't measure it. It confuses them. Is that something that fits the perfect model? You can't put it in the Petri dish and model it or put it up on a microscope and understand it. So, where am I going with all this? This auxiliary information is just to say there's a war going on, a spiritual war. It really is. And I think, how many minutes are we in here? I'm just going to make this a few minutes. But anyway, my point is, listen guys, this channel is about fun, comedy, serious topics too. Keep following, tell your friend, tell your girlfriend, tell your cousin. Hey, tell everybody, this is General Lyon out. Rise.